Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. Oh, Henry!
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Check, block 54, block 54. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota and Brate, the tight end's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Three down.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Let's get there. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, switch gears. Kill. Take to the court.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays, getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Keep playing.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves, affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
For the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Out of the gun, Watson. That is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, now back on their heels.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson.
Watch twins.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Lewis. Lewis has the first down and then some. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Mariota now from the 50. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Mariota going to give to Lewis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Third and short yardage. Mariota. He finds Humphries. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. First down, Mariota. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. This one caught by Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw is Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Under 10.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Watson now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Chubb running right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Marcus Mariota and the Titans about to go on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mariota. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first and 10, Watson. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Watson looks to throw again. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw on second and 10, Mariota. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and
that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Chad Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Texans have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mariota now. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down carry here for Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead. And the pressure gets to him again. Jarrell Casey and the Titans, they've got the football back and they've got it in great field position. But being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. they don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And Boyd has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Got him in. It's Brown. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Switch it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well. And he just provided one.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Powers through him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kahale Waring, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
You got it. You got it.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now it's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Watson off play action. And an alley to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Jones. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now Mariota, he gets it to Humphries. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? First down, Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now Mariota. Underneath, he's got Brate, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That one complete to Okoye. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the path.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. First thing.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll look to throw.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. This one caught by Davis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. Complete. He finds Bray. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. He'll look to throw, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He's back to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
3 bucks. Mike 54.
Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
There we go, 37 tonight. Mike 37.
Watson. It's wearing the tight end with it. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Well, little